I mean, well, I mean, science is limited by both the tools that we have available, which changes over time, right? We have brain imaging tools that allow us to go beyond the scalp and go beyond the skull and allow the brain to speak for itself, if I can use that kind of metaphor. 50 years ago, we didn't have that, or 100 years ago. We also have, so there's tools that are continually being developed. That's one. Also a conceptual, like right now, we do not really have a clear theory about how the brain works, or even about how the mind works per se. And that's where different traditions, where they've had yogis for thousands of years, trying to delve deeply into understanding how the mind works, can really help inform us. So science is limited, both theoretically or conceptually, and also engineering or mechanically by the tools we have. But I do feel like more and more scientists are much more open to the idea of not just reducing or reductionism, which often is done because it's a simplification, right? And so it's understandable, but the reality behind that simplification is way more complex. So it means that we need to build the ability to to tolerate much more complexity. And some of the practices in different traditions help with that. Being able to sit with pain, suffering, and with joy and beauty at the same time. To sit with knowing and not knowing at the same time. To sit with this sense that I am an individual and I'm here and separate from the universe and everything else, while at the same time we have plenty of evidence of how other people and trees and sun and water and temperature are influencing me. So that apparent the apparent what appears as separate, and then if we delve and dive in, we know we're not. So even this body, one body here, is holding not only trillions of cells that are working together as one to keep Philippe alive, but also billions of bacteria and other little living organisms on the surface of my skin, inside the gut, inside my body, to do all kinds of functions. So I am a living island of billions of little creatures that I am holding and feeding them and being benefited by them every moment. So then what is Philippe when in the face of that reality, like, oh my gosh. So again, like I appear as one solid unit, but we know that that's the way it appears is not the way it actually exists.
So
Science
like,
can help with that.
yeah, that's my kind of question. Like
Science
we
can help with
hold
that.
we hold this paradox as like the human being, and like you're saying, these opposing thing. Like I have a sense I am separate, and yet I have a sense there's something greater.